Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We have been so busy talking about the transfer portal, so I wanted to jump on for this Friday morning video, and I wanted to talk a little high school recruiting, get as much information out there as we can. I read something on VolQuest this morning that got me a little fired up, and I said, we got to talk some high school recruiting, so that's exactly what we're going to do. But let's jump into maybe some negative news to start this thing off, and it's a guy we've talked a lot about, Carson Sneed. Four-star tight end, 6'5", 235 out of Nashville, Tennessee. Now, he's been committed to Tennessee going all the way back to August of last year, but he's still open. He's still looking around. A lot of the buzz has been around Miami, Ole Miss, Colorado, and you guys know how I feel. If you're committed, but you're still taking visits, I don't really think that you're committed. I think you have earned the right. You've earned the right to take those visits. You've earned the right to go through the process. But to me, if you're still taking visits, I don't see you as really truly committed and locked in. Look at Faison Brandon. He's been a guy that's been committed to Tennessee for quite some time. He's not taking visits. He has shut it down. He has said thanks, but no thanks. So it has always been a concern for me that Carson Sneed still has things opened up. This is a quote from earlier in the year. He said, I'm still committed, but just exploring my options, making sure I do what is best for me. I'll be back at Tennessee this weekend. Again, this is from earlier in the year. He says, then again for the spring game, and they are still on me hard. We communicate a lot. I grew up a big fan, so it will be good to get back to Knoxville. Now, this is a scouting report. Andrew Ivins, 247 Sports, says he's a throwback inline tight end prospect that was actually received some valuable snaps at offensive tackle while also doubling as a front seven defender. Size has not been third-party verified, but is believed to be over 6'5", with room to eventually carry 260. Rather effective at this stage as an attached blocker and should only get better at sealing off run lanes with improved technique and further physical development. Says he hasn't proven to be a real vertical threat in the passing game, but can slip out of the backfield and find soft spots. End zone coverage, especially down in the red zone, should be viewed as a potential asset in an offense that's heavy on the 2 and 3 tight end sets. Could thrive in a sniffer role. I thought Carson Sneed would have been a great fit for Tennessee, and he's still committed to Tennessee. We'll let it play out, but here is where I started to, red flags started to go up. His brother, Dayton Sneed, right? Tennessee wide receiver, walk-on wide receiver. He entered the transfer portal back on April the 11th. That's when some red flags went up for me. Less than 2 weeks later, he commits to North Carolina, which is where Carson Sneed just took an official visit to on April the 25th, as you can see there on the screen. So he took that visit. Coming off of it, this is what he had to say. He said the chance to get coached by NFL legends. Feels like everywhere they're either coached or played in the NFL, and to know what Coach Belichick did with guys like Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. Hold on. I would have maybe left that name. But just maybe think about, maybe just say Gronk. Maybe we can leave Aaron Hernandez out of this. But I digress. He goes on to say, excites me because I know how he wants to use me. I feel like myself and that system complement each other a lot. They are definitely way up there for me. This weekend helped them a lot for sure. As of right now, I'm committed to Tennessee, but I'm open to anything, whether it is UNC or Ole Miss or whoever. Everyone's got an equal shot. So if you look at his schedule for official visits, checked off North Carolina on April the 25th. He'll see UCLA on May the 13th, Ole Miss on May the 30th, Miami on June the 6th, Colorado June the 13th, and then his final official visit will be to Tennessee on June the 20th. So we'll keep an eye on it. But again, once his brother Dayton entered the portal, that raised red flags for me. Dayton commits to UNC, and then now we see Carson Sneed taking that trip. So that's just a cause for concern. We'll continue to see what Carson Sneed elects to do. A couple more guys I want to take a look at. Before we do that, you guys know the deal. I need you to help me out on YouTube. If you'll hit the thumbs up down there below the video, it helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If it's your first time here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journalists. We don't pretend to be that. We don't fake that. What we are, we're authentic, man. We're genuine. We're exactly what you guys are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. So if you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Right now, we're live every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We play EA Sports College Football, but we talk all things college football. So come hang out for a laid-back fun stream on Sunday nights. Also, if you like what we do and you want to support a little bit further, think about hitting that join button down below. It's right there beside subscribe. It says join. You become a member of the channel. It's only $1 a month. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows. We're going to do members-only streams, all kinds of fun perks and benefits, but you are what allow this channel to continue to run. We cannot do this without the members. So think about hitting that join button. We would greatly appreciate it. But let's jump back into it. We got a lot to get into, and I want to talk about a linebacker that Coach Jay was pretty dang high on. That's Braden Rouse. You can see there on the screen, I've narrowed my recruitment down to 4 schools. I'm grateful to all the coaches who have recruited me on this journey, and I'm thankful for their interest, but I will be doing my official visits with these 4 schools. He says God's plan. You can see Alabama, Michigan, Texas, and, of course, Tennessee. Braden Rouse, a 4-star linebacker out of Marietta, Georgia, 6'3", 205. Big jump. Big jump in the rankings recently. He moved from 274th in the On3 industry rankings to 96, the top 100 prospect. And you got to give Coach Jay his flowers. Coach Jay comes on this channel all the time and breaks down film. He's pretty dang accurate on both sides of the ball, but specifically if you're talking about linebacker play, Coach Jay knows what he's talking about. And this is directly from my notes earlier in the recruiting cycle. It says Coach Jay is very high on Braden Rouse. Feels like he could be an elite linebacker. His class, really solid against the pass, 6'3", rangy good, ranked inside the On 300. Again, at the time, he was 274th, but Coach Jay still feels like he's underrated at that ranking. Now we see he bumps all the way up to 96. Vols got involved early in his recruitment, already been in town multiple times, allowing Tennessee to be the perceived front runner. He was here for a junior day earlier in the year. At that time, Matt Ray considered Tennessee the front runner. Said he built a strong relationship with William Inge, with Josh Heupel, with Tim Banks, and they are doing a nice job reminding him that he is the priority here. Got him back on campus for the spring game on April the 12th. Coaching staff is now working in-home visits at this time, and they are expected to see Braden Rouse soon. Now, this was directly from VolQuest this morning. Says his recruitment is shaping up to be one of the more intense recruitments of the summer. The Vols are looking to keep the momentum they have established. Now, Chad Simmons' most recent update on Braden Rouse said the 4-star linebacker out of Marietta, Georgia, cut his list to Alabama, Michigan, Tennessee, and Texas last week. The Longhorns made a big first impression earlier this month, but it is the other UT, the real UT, Chad. You don't have to say the other. You say the real UT that continues to have the buzz. Tennessee has been in it the longest with Rouse. The relationships run deep, and we hear that the Vols are in a good place heading into the official visits. Again, you can see those on the screen. Alabama on May the 30th, Michigan the following week. Then he'll see Texas on June the 13th and wrap things up at Tennessee on June the 20th. Now, as we look at some of these big-time prospects, right, it's very eerily similar to the class of 25. Tennessee heavily backloaded, so they get that last visit. They get those last officials. Now, does that benefit Tennessee here in the class of 2026? We'll see. Tennessee is in on some big-time blue-chip prospects, 5 stars, highly ranked 4 stars. And one of the guys that everybody keeps asking me about, and that's the number 1 running back in the country, Savon Haidider. And I woke up to some news that I liked this morning. But we talk about Savon Haidider. We talk about a game changer, the number 1 ranked running back in the country, 11th overall as a player according to the On3 industry rankings. And one of the main things I get asked when I talk about recruiting, when I talk about this class of 26 is, Boogie, do we really, I mean really, have a shot with Savon Haidider? And for me, it's always kind of been like, it's kind of a long shot here. I don't know, boys. I don't know that. I don't know. We're in it. We're in the mix. I don't know that we really have a shot. But what do I know? I thought Tristan Keys was in the bag. He commits to LSU. I thought Rodney Dunham was destined to play for Coach G. He commits to Notre Dame. So do the Vols really have a shot here? You go back to January, Matt Ray of VolQuest said the Vols have been on him for an extended time. Top running back in the country and truly a game breaker at the position. This is a heavyweight recruitment, and there are going to be plenty of twists and turns. The elite prospect has noted that Michigan is his top school, and they have done an excellent job of recruiting him. Tennessee is going to keep prioritizing him, along with Ohio State and Georgia, who are also in this top grouping of schools. Tennessee's usage of Dylan Sampson and the spacing of the offense has Haider's attention. Man, he could eat. Savon Haidider could eat in this offense. He would thrive in this offense. It is a running back's dream. We like to talk about Hendon Hooker. We like to talk about Jalen Hyatt. We like to talk about throwing the ball down the field. Man, this is a running back's dream offense at Tennessee. Matt Ray goes on to say this recruitment is going to be one of the more exciting ones to watch unfold in this cycle. I could go through the scouting report. I mean, it talks about athleticism, fluidity, instincts, high IQ, juiced up running back, star potential for a college football playoff contender. Number 1 running back in the country, boys. That's all you need to know. This morning, I wake up, I open VolQuest, I start scrolling. This is what they say. We've done some digging on Savon Haidider this week. It's Michigan and Tennessee at the top. Ohio State and Georgia are chasing. This is what I like. This is what gets me excited. Haidider and Tennessee appear to be jiving really well lately. The Vols have made up a bunch of ground this spring as Tennessee hopes to get him back to campus for 865 Alive. That's the big recruiting event coming up over the summer. Steve Wiltfong's latest update, the recruitment for the On3 industry's #1 running back, Savon Haidider, has tightened up following spring visits to Ohio State and Tennessee. Michigan was considered the one to beat heading into those trips, but Haidider could certainly see himself in Columbus or Knoxville. Georgia rounds out the Final Four, and he's been to Athens several times as well. All 4 programs will get an official from Haidider this summer before the Mineral Virginia, Louisiana County 5-star announces his college decision. Michigan is still a place that checks a lot of boxes for Haidider. He's the top overall target on the Wolverines board, but the Maize and Blue are going to have to battle as Haidider is comfortable with his other finalists as well. Now the official visits Ohio State May the 30th, Georgia the following weekend, Michigan on the 13th, and guess what? Backloaded June the 20th, he will be at Tennessee. Man, it is such a selling point. This offense, Dylan Sampson, the spacing, the way that he was able to break records. You bring in the #1 running back in the country. This is what we present you. This is what we offer you. And oh, by the way, we've got the number one ranked quarterback in your class is going to be your teammate. You get Savon Haidider in the boat, and then those two get on the phone and they call up Tristan Keys and say, hey, we got the #1 wide receiver, or we got the #1 quarterback, we got the #1 running back. Why doesn't the #1 wide receiver go ahead and decommit from LSU and come on back home to Tennessee? I've said it a million times. I've said it before, the drama with Nico, before he hit the transfer portal. I said that this class of 26 could be the one that takes Tennessee to the next level. That is a massive recruiting update. I got as much information out there as I could. I'm going to continue to kind of roll out videos like this, try to catch us up on high school recruiting as we continue to balance the transfer portal. As we move into the summer, going to get back into some film breakdown, maybe some live film breakdown, live recruiting shows to keep you guys as much up to date as possible. But that is going to do it for this one. Make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can see it there on the screen. We got brand new Nike hats, bucket hats, camo hats, whatever you want. We got it. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link is also in the description below. Also, if you're on an iPhone and want to join the channel, there's a link in the description where you can become a member as well. For some reason, that join button doesn't show up on Apple products. But that is going to do it for this one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.